Hey guys and gals, it's Christian from Super Stogie Bros. We're here for another episode. I'm on live with my bestest bud and partner, Mr. Nick Hardash.
What's up, guys? How are y'all doing this week? How's everybody doing out on the YouTube? Bernie, Kathy, see you guys out there. How's it going?
Hey, hey. Do what? Say that again?
What's been going on?
Man, it's just been crazy, man. It's just been a wild ride, man. This is definitely an interesting adventure starting a cigar lounge. From the back end standpoint, I mean, it's fun to have a cigar lounge and have a place to kind of hang out and smoke cigars and have an endless supply of cigars that you can buy. But it's crazy. It's definitely nothing that anybody wanting to start a cigar lounge definitely needs to look at all avenues of what it takes to do that.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, it's pretty cool. We're starting to get a little bit more traction, a little bit more local support here in town. The website went live last week, so go check it out at El Leon Cigar Club. Also, ElLeonCigarCompany.com is also linked directly to the site, and ElLeonCigar.com will also take you to the site. So those three websites will actually.
I've already received my second shipment from ElLeonCigars.com, so I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah, and we are an LCA store. So every first Friday, we are going to drop the LCA release. The idea is that it is supposed to be a avenue for people to come to your brick and mortar. But, once we get it released, I'm going to throw it up on the website. So the majority of our fans, the majority of the people that follow us on Instagram are from out of the state. So if you're having trouble finding your LCA locally, or you just want to kind of get on the bandwagon, jump on and either DM us on Instagram or check our website and see if there's any left. I did get sold out of the ice cream. So both the Maduro and the Habano ice cream are sold out from the LCA Plus this month. But I do have the Ron coming out tomorrow from Cigar Clowns. It's AJ Fernandez blend. And I still have some of the hashtag Charger Ash. By the way, I do have rulers coming for that. So I will send you, I know you bought some, Nick, so I'm going to send you a ruler that you can put with your ash when you
put with my ash when I win the Charger.
When you win the Charger, yeah. So I guess they forgot to send them, or they didn't let me know that I had to buy them, or I would have bought them when I bought the whole package. But
yeah,
I got some coming in that will go out with anybody that purchases the cigar ash.
So you have their specific ruler.
No, you don't have to have their specific ruler. It's just kind of one of those cool collectible things. It's got Pravada Club. It's got the hashtags Charger Ash. It matches the design of the band and stuff.
That's cool because I'm gonna hang that ruler from the rearview mirror when I get that car.
That would be cool.
And my license plate's gonna say "can't measure up."
So what else has been going on, man?
Nothing much. Playing Mr. Mom again this week. My wife's working night shift, so I'm at home getting my ass handed to me by two little kids. No, they're really good, but it's just like I think I said this last time. I have a new respect for single parents. Like if you're a single parent out there who's working a full-time job and then coming home and taking care of kids, well, my hat's off to you. It's driving me fucking nuts. These kids
that's tough.
Really good too, but it's just like nonstop. Like I get home from work and I've just taken care of, 17 kids at work all day. Look, grown ass kids, like grown men, like all day at work, and then I gotta come home, and these kids are wide ass open. You know, like my boy and my girl, they're just fucking 90 to nothing the whole time. And then it's like, get home, get dinner, you know, watch TV. Then there's always some damn clothes to wash or some shit to do, or, you know, My Little Ponies to play or Legos to build. And so I'll do that for a couple hours. And then it's like, okay, now it's time for a bath. And then by that time, it's time to put them in bed. And then by that time, it's like, okay, it's 9:30. I can go stay outside till 11:30 smoking a cigar, or I can, you know, go watch an hour of TV and go to bed at a decent hour because I got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and do it all over again. So cigars kind of fall by the wayside. I did stayed up late last night and smoked a little, one of those little Romeo and Juliet Sport Largos, the little 44 ring gauge or 42 ring gauge, little 4 inchers. So, I feel, girl, you are a trooper. You are a trooper. So yeah, it kicks my ass. It's 2 weeks at a time, and I'm getting my ass whipped. Of course, Justina's having the time of her life because she gets up at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, carries the kids to school, then comes back home and goes to sleep because the kids are at school all day long. She gets like a 4-hour nap, and then she gets up and herps with her little daytime herp buddies, and then goes into work and gets off at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and comes home and gets 4 hours of sleep, wakes up, takes the kids to school, then comes back home and sleeps again.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, there's a big shout out, especially to my wife, man, 'cause with me being at the shop all this time and her working full time, and I can imagine, but shout out to her for all the sacrifices she has to make for us to do this, and it's not easy. But so what else we got going on today? Who's our guest today?
We have Vaughn, aka Sprinter Van Vaughn, from the president of Glasses and Ashes.
Yeah, so let's bring him on. We're gonna bring on Vaughn to the show. Welcome, Vaughn. What's going on? Oh, look at there, sporting the patch eye.
What up, dog? You're muted, homie.
You're muted, homie.
Let's go, baby. How y'all doing? Let's go.
Hey.
So, Vaughn, what did you have? What happened big in your life this past week?
Oh, your boy just turned 21 and feeling nice and spunky and just living that single life,
Right.
No,
Vaughn's forgot, first of all, how old he is, and then secondly, that ain't no damn single life happening.
No, I don't even know what that means. No, I turned 38, and I would say Friday through Sunday was an absolute blur. So a lot happened, but it was a great birthday. I spent it with a lot of family and loved ones, and it was a good time.
Awesome, man.
Had a birthday?
Had the Herf day with my family over here, and I was hungover, herfing with you guys because that's how committed I am. Smoked that Cuban and kept it moving. Yeah, that rhymed right there. That's really
cool. What else is going on with you, Vaughn?
Well, some people don't know I work in like the mortgage and real estate industry. So out here in Arizona, our industry is it's very different than it has been. We don't have a lot of inventory, so there's a lot of people moving here from other parts of the country, and there's no houses for them to buy. So from my side, because I act as like a business development person to help agents and lenders get business, it's kind of slow. So I've been going full steam with that and really trying to gain some traction on just generating new business for my team and my company. So I've been busy doing that, and in between just smoking and drinking.
Yeah. Cool. Let's talk about what we're going to smoke today. On the docket today is the HBC hot chocolate cake. which is the Pravada Club release. It's made at Aganorsa Leaf in Nicaragua. The hot cake features a Mexican San Andreas Maduro wrapper, Nicaraguan Corojo 99 binder grown in Jalapa, and Nicaraguan filler, including a leaf of Corojo 2006 Maduro. It's a full-on Maduro with notes of chocolate and raisin. This Vitola was made exclusively for the Pravada Club. It's a 6x50. And the way you can tell the Pravada Club release is that it's got the footband, the chocolate dripping footband.
Drip City, baby.
Drip,
So, Nick, have y'all smoked this before?
yes.
So,
I do remember raisin. I don't remember no fucking chocolate though.
That's kind of disappointing.
I remember no chocolate.
Maybe this time. Of course, that was like the second day after I got it, so it didn't rest at all. So I'm hoping this time's a little different. I'm hoping that I've let it sit for a little while, but like we've talked about before, a lot of these companies are getting to where they're naming shit after foods or snacks or desserts, and we get in here and start smoking it and it doesn't taste at all like a fucking dessert or a snack or a food. Not nern bit of taste.
Not nern.
Not nern.
Yeah, I feel you. Like, I don't know why they do that. I feel like it really, messes up your expectations. I mean, like, let's just not add any fruit or food to the name of it and just call it something else, like the fucking unicorn. You just figure out like what you get from it. But I think as soon as you start saying, "Oh, chocolate," and all this shit, it's like you're expecting that.
Yeah, you give these people preconceived notions that this cigar is going to taste a certain way, and if it doesn't, then you're disappointed, and then that looks bad upon either the person that told you it tastes like that or the company that made it. Because I constantly have an internal battle with Ezra Zion, Nomad, and Foundation, and Lost and Found. But granted, they've got a business model that's working for them, and more power to them. But usually when I have a food-flavored cigar in my hand, I'd like to taste a little bit of that food flavor in there.
Go. So we have a little treat before we go live, and Christian was, ranting about this, and he was pissed because the turkey dinner cigar did not taste like turkey dinner. So my question,
in general,
hold on. My question to the audience: who the fuck wants to smoke a cigar that tastes like turkey and dressing? If you want to smoke a cigar that tastes like Thanksgiving dinner, please comment on the comments telling us that you want to try that.
Maybe some savory notes, maybe a little gravy, maybe a little mashed potato action with a little salt and pepper. Maybe some corn on the cob.
I'll be man. I don't know if I could do that.
You'd be like, man, this got a really good, like broccoli and cheese. No, I'm catching a lot of broccoli and cheese.
Digging it. I'm digging this broccoli Ezra Zion.
No.
Yams, that would be about the only thing Thanksgiving I'd want to taste in a cigar.
Got this Nomad Brussels sprouts.
It's gonna make your pee stink. Just asparagus.
Asparagus.
It's fucking hell no.
So Vaughn, what's your? Go ahead, Nick.
Even though I didn't taste chocolate in the cigar, just because I didn't taste chocolate, this is a damn good cigar. Like, it's a very good cigar, but I'm bitching because the misleadingness of the chocolate in the hotcakes. Of course, when I smoked the original HVC hotcakes, that bitch didn't taste like fucking pancakes neither. Did either one of y'all get the pancake taste off of the original hotcakes?
Nope.
Great
Mm.
stick. No motherfucking
But see,
pancakes.
that's where I'm going with this. All of my Ezra Zion, I have no problem. Those are great cigars, right? Every one I've had has been excellent cigars. Now, do they taste like what they're marketing as? No. That's what I'm talking about. It's just that kind of misdirection marketing that to sell sticks is misleading. Now, would I go back and buy one of those cigars? Probably, I'd buy like the fortune cookie or the making bacon, if they were ever made again. But they were great cigars, but they just didn't taste like what they were advertised to taste like. And that was kind of that's my whole bitch about it. The same way you got about this one.
Yeah,
The
I am
Jason-
getting a bunch of pepper out of this one.
Yeah, it's got that that burn on that retro hail that I love. It's like a damn, like you took a big ass line of Coke burn on that one. It's spicy.
Ooh.
But
I haven't-
Jason saying he'd like to have a giblet gravy flavored cigar. Jason, I tell you what, you come down to Huntsville, I got all the giblet gravy you need. You gotta work some off though.
Oh God,
Yeah.
horrible.
There's Jelly Bean. Jelly Bean says he could go for a cornbread cigar. What's up, Jelly Bean?
I can see cornbread. Cornbread has that big face.
I'd like to try like a Mexican cornbread cigar. That would probably be good.
Like a
Little
jalapeno.
spicy.
Have a little spice in it, yeah. So, Vaughn, what's your go-to cut on a cigar that you smoke?
I like the deep V cuts, but I'll always go V cut usually, but only because I feel like I get a better draw personally. But straight cuts, I'm not hating on the straight cuts. Got the V on this bad boy already.
Straight
And,
cut tonight.
Kind of, for my name, Vaughn, just reminds me of who I am.
Yeah, then look at there. I'll do the deep V, or sometimes I do the crown cut. So I'll double deep.
Yeah, I do that. I do that every once in a while.
Just depends on my go-to. So this release, so Pravada Club put this out as a core line or like a rare that they have on their website, but they also released a version in the LCA Plus, right? So for any of our viewers that don't know what the LCA is, it's the Limited Cigar Association that Pravada Club started. It's basically it started in June of 2020. Pravada Club introduced a new venture called Limited Cigar Association, or the LCA, which is the company's innovative initiative to revive brick-and-mortar premium cigar shops throughout the United States by sharing limited quantities of popular products on a monthly basis. Each shop in the LCA receives a small quantity of the featured cigar that is then advertised across Pravada Club's social media channels. The quantities typically sell out quickly. How many of these LCA releases have y'all gotten? Now they've only started, like, I think October of 2020 was their first release. It was the Pravada Limitada by Paul Stulak.
I got that.
The New Beginning, yeah.
Yeah.
But this is the LCA October 20. So November was the infamous Cookie Monster.
Smoke that.
Got those.
One of my followers hooked me up with that one. He hooked it up.
December was the Death Bucket 2 release, which is the one that I do not have.
Got one. I bought 5 of those at my brick and mortar. They were amazingly fantastic.
It was right up your alley. Those Death Buckets are like right up your alley. And
I
like,
have one, but it's still in the cellar.
Wouldn't have liked it anyway, Christian, because it was so earthy and that's not your.
well, I had one, but I gave it away in my 100 cigar giveaway. I had the Death Bucket 1 and 2.
That's because I fucking sent it to you. That's the number 2 that the Death Bucket 2 was the one I sent to you to save and smoke on the show, and you gave it away in a fucking giveaway.
I don't think so.
Fuck up, Christian.
I do.
Then I got January's release was the Thai tea.
That one
Yeah, I
was
got that
good.
one.
I gave that
But
one away times.
here's the thing. You were bitching because I sent you a package, and you were bitching because you said every package you send me is just stuff you like to smoke. Like you don't ever send me Connecticut. That's because I don't buy vagina cigars.
No.
God damn
But I
it.
don't gotta flaunt my big dick around everywhere to compensate for my little dick.
His story, he can
No.
his story, he can tell it.
February's release, the Cigabun.
Yep, that one was straight. The foot of that cigar smelled like Cinnabon. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't get any cinnamon out of it, but
I did, but the taste was completely different. But when I smelled it and did a cold draw on it, I was like, I could see why they named it Cinnabon or Cinnabon.
The March release was the Trail Mix.
That's one of my favorite cigars of this year.
This is probably one of the favorites of the LCA.
I love that.
That was my favorite LCA release so far. Was the Trail Mix. That was an amazing cigar, and I've got like 3 or 4 of them still just resting in a Tupperware for a while.
That one was straight fire.
April's release was the Vince.
Yeah, that one kind of left.
May's release was the Barbecue Pig.
That one is very mesquite taste. I could see.
Yeah.
That one was cool. I didn't hate on it.
And then this month's release is the Cigar Clown, the Ron, that drops tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you. And if you guys need that, make sure you go to Elion Cigars website and pick you up some.
As long as they last. I think we got like 9, 10 of them to drop.
Hey, hop on that shit.
Yep. I'll get some. I haven't got some yet, but I'll get some of them. And the only reason I'm gonna get them is because I love the Cigar Clown guys. They're fantastic. But I'll pick a couple of them up. But I wasn't like super duper impressed by their last clown drop. So, of course, it just wasn't for my palate. Like this one, I might buy like 2 of them and call you and be like, can you get your hands on any more? Did Chris buy everything you have yet, or what? Can I get some of those?
You know the answer to that.
I didn't get. So they've been putting out. LCA puts out a LCA Plus now for the last 2 months. Last month they put out the hotcakes again, and then this month they put out the ice cream, a Habano and a Maduro, which sold out immediately. And then they also put out the Charger Ash, which is the competition Lancero to Halong Ash to win a Dodge Charger wrapped in Pravada designs. So
hey, Vaughn.
Yeah.
So we all know that Chris, Cigar Nut, is the king of ash, right?
Yes.
But there's one person that we know of that's long ash the Lancero, the same size Chris is, right?
Yeah. That's you, motherfucker. Let's go.
That Parker's gonna be sitting in my driveway.
Hey, I'm flying out there. We're hitting donuts in that bitch.
We're taking it. I tell you, take it to Texas to Rick Ivory's yard, and I'm gonna back up in his yard, and I'm gonna just burn out and throw dirt all against the side of his house. And when I pull off, it's gonna spell out "War Motherfucking Eagle" on the side of his house.
Let's go, dog. We about to take it home. I want to be the sleeper. Just like everyone's like, oh, it's gonna be Chris. It's gonna be Chris. I'm like, no one knew it was your boy the whole time. But what I'm gonna do is, I already know how to win. I'm gonna do it in the living room where there's no wind whatsoever. Okay, and I'm gonna make sure no one's home so no one can distract me. And I'm not gonna hold it. I'm gonna get something that's gonna fucking hold it up like this. I'm just gonna put my lips on it, and that bitch. It goes down.
You got a lot of practice with that, or what?
No.
Got a lot of practice with the hand free. He's been doing
I was leaving myself open for it, man. I knew I should just shut the fuck up. I should just shut the fuck up. I'm never talking to you fuckers ever again.
Look, Christian, he's got a lot of practice at getting his lips real small without using his hands.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Myself. Don't ever kill yourself.
Man, I need a sound bite of the like Dora. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. That's funny. That is some funny shit, right?
I guess I'm not gonna do it anymore.
Talking to the wrong motherfucker now.
Yeah.
So Vaughn, maybe there's been a lot of people that have been on, Instagram or whatever and seen a certain, what would you say, Christian, nickname? Nickname would be what it is, and going around about you. What is that nickname? Who gave you that? Oh, that's right, it was me. So tell the story about how you became Sprinter Van Vaughn.
All right. The infamous story of Sprinter Van Vaughn. Well, it all started, I was going to Texas, to Lockhart, to celebrate my guy Christian's cigar lounge opening. Super stoked about it. Never been to Texas. Happy. So on my way, I was in the airport in Arizona. I get a call from Hertz out in, I think it was like Dallas or wherever I flew into. And they're like, hey, we don't have your rental car, but we're waiting on some to get here. But we should have some by time you land, whatever. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to call you as soon as I land. So end up landing. I'm in Texas. I'm on the plane. I didn't even get off the plane yet. And I call Hertz back. So you guys say you didn't have a car. We have a car. I can't get stuck because I'm flying out of Austin. I can't fly. I mean, I guess I could fly from Houston to Dallas to Austin. But the flight was like the next day at 4 p.m. So it was like, what the fuck? So they're like, no, we still have a car, whatever. So I get an Uber. On the Uber to my hotel, I call Hertz corporate, and I'm like going hard on the chick. I feel kind of bad because I was kind of like cussing her out in front of like the Uber driver. And I'm like, look, why in the hell would you motherfuckers have an option for me to rent a car if you don't have no fucking cars on your lot? Who does that? And she was like, no, you're right. She was like, well, if you pay X amount of more dollars, we can get you a car. And I was like, look, at this point in time, I don't care. I just need a fucking car, charge it to the game, let's fucking go. So she's like, all right, we got you a car. And I'm like, are you sure? Are you 100% sure? I said that to her. She was like, yes, we're 100% sure. We got your car. There's nothing to worry about. All you got to do is go to this location, yada, yada. I was like, all right, bet. I was like, before we get off the phone, are you sure that I have a car? She was like, yes. I was like, all right. At that point in time, I was like, whoo, I'm cool. All I got to do is go over here, do my shit, going out. So I go to my hotel. I drop off all my stuff. I catch another Uber all the way. It's probably like 30 minutes away from the hotel I was at. Get to the Hertz, which was inside of like some body repair shop. It was all fucking weird. But I go in there. There's like two people ahead of me. One guy's already cussing out the fucking store clerk. He's like, what the fuck do you mean? He's like going hard. I'm like, oh, I was like, I'm good. The lady told me I'm good. Like maybe, he sees the car and he thinks he can get it. But I was like, well, that's my shit because I already paid for it. I was like, so anyway, next couple goes up and they get turned down because of whatever reason. And I'm like, and then it's my turn. I'm like, yo, what's up? I'm all smiling. I'm like, yeah, we good. And he was like, yeah, how can I help you? I was like, okay. Like, I spoke to you. He was like, no, maybe not me. My last coworker, he just left. And I was like, well, one of you guys, I don't give a fuck, but I spoke to you guys. And I spoke to the lady, and she said, "You got my car. You've been holding it. I paid extra money. Here's my confirmation code, everything." He goes, "Man, she should have called us first to confirm that we had the cars here because we got no cars on the lot." I said, "Motherfucker." So I started cussing. I was like, "This is some fucking bullshit. You the whole thing." So I get back on the phone with Hertz, and then I cuss, and it's some new chick. I'm cussing her ass out. I don't care. Everybody's getting the heat. I'm just cussing. I start calling like other car shops, like not even Hertz, like every other one. Apparently, there's a huge outage. COVID happened. They started selling their used cars, and then as soon as people are able to travel again, there ain't no goddamn cars to rent. So as I'm on the phone cussing, he's like, hey, bro, come back over here." I was like, "Man," I was like, "What's up, dude?" He was like, "Okay, I may have a car that you can drive, but you're not gonna like it." And in my mind, I'm like, all right, it's a hoopty, maybe it's like some like busted coupe. I was thinking like, I don't know if you ever seen the movie The Mask, but when he was like, "Get him Lona." I swear I was like, okay, I'm gonna get the Lona. I was like, but I don't care. So he was like, "Okay, you see that Sprinter van over there?" I was like, "Bro, come on." He was like, "That's all I got." He was like, "And if you're trying to get home," he was like, "that's the only other option." I said, "Man, fuck it, write it up. Let's fucking go." So got the Sprinter van, drove about 3.5 hours, made it there. The only thing I was missing was a mariachi horn when I pulled up. But hey, but it was cool. Everything worked out. I had a great time at Elian Cigar, and that's my Texas story. My only time being in there, and it was fucked up. Everyone got the business over the phone. So, but yeah, still had a great time. That's spring things on.
Totally worth it though.
It was worth it. I don't know if I would do it again, but it was cool. Like, yeah. I don't think I would.
I tried to help him. People. I tried to tell him. I was like, Vaughn, because we herped the night before when you just got the car. You were at the cigar lounge smoking, and you got on a herp with us, and you're telling us about it. And I tried to tell him, I was like, go to Walmart. 2 things you need. 3 things. Go to Walmart. They sell these little disco balls. Put it in the back with a spotlight shining up on it, and just drive down the road with the door open and like the music blaring, and it's what we call it like the party bus. Or same Walmart, white poster board, black Sharpie marker, free candy on the side of it. I said, just don't try by. Stay away from schools when you're doing this. He didn't take either piece of advice. I mean, I'm over here, a good friend, dropping diamonds, and he did not pick them up at all.
Hey, no, what about the disco ball and the stripper pole?
Would have been legit.
It would have been fucking dope. Then I would have been like Party Band Vaughn.
Yeah, Party Band Vaughn. Well, I got to give you a big shout out, because if you wouldn't have made it out there, we wouldn't have had a dope ass video made of the event that we had. If y'all don't know, Vaughn does some awesome videos, which I'm going to show y'all real quick. The little video he put together when he came out to this shop.
That's nice.
Dope. Appreciate it, man. And I mean, that brings us, like, anybody that needs video made or wants to do a promo video, how can they get in touch with you? What can they do to get Vaughn to put out some promo videos for them?
Yo, just holler at me. Go to Glasses and Ashes, all spelled out, one word. DM me. Let me know the details. Give me a heads up, like about a few weeks to a month in advance. Just let me know what you're thinking and let's work. Or if you got like a videographer already out there and did a bunch of shots, you can send it to me and I can edit it for you, add some music and text and stuff. So I'm down to help out our community and just keep the fucking torch lit and keep these stogies smoking, baby. Let's fucking
Yep.
go.
So, Vaughn, tell us a little bit about Glasses and Ashes. Tell us about like how you got started, when you got started, what Glasses and Ashes is about, what you offer, just kind of a breakdown. So people that don't know Glasses and Ashes, let's give them a kind of insider view on what you're about and what your group's about.
Sure. Great question. So, basically, I started Glasses and Ashes as a club in the real estate industry out here locally. So, doing my job, what I do, it requires a lot of relationship building, networking, things like that. So, there's a bunch of people who always go out golfing, and I'll golf every once in a while. But I was like, what can we do where what can I do where the interaction is a little bit more personal, and you get to actually get to know somebody, spend some time. So it took me a while to think of like what to do. And there's a bunch of realtors and lenders who smoke cigars and drink bourbon or one or the other. So I just came up with this idea like, hey, I'm going to start this networking group. I'm going to invite my close clients that that trust me and that I've been working with for years. And then ask them to invite someone that's in the industry each time that I would hold a networking event. So I would do it once a month, and then it kind of grew. It started growing. More people started showing up, and then not only did it help with like that brand recognition at the time, but it also helped me with growing my business. And a lot of the people that kind of helped me or who showed up and supported me at the time, they're still really good clients with me. So initially that's why I started it. So then I put it on Instagram because it was allowing me to reach out to a bunch of realtors through IG, and I would just hit them up like, hey, this is what we're about. So actually, I think you go to like all the way down to my like first pictures that I've been posting. There's a bunch of pictures of me and like groups of people that they're all like so. But as soon as I put it on Instagram, unbeknownst to me, there's a huge community of people who love smoking cigars, and I shared a lot of the commonalities with these other individuals. So once that happened, I just changed like the underlying kind of reason why I created it. And I was like, let me open this up and let me really network with people in this community, because at that point in time I started really, getting like it was like a passion of smoking cigars. Like I love the flavor. I call it an age thing, but I don't like to say that I'm old. You know what I'm saying? And the only time I've ever seen people smoking cigars is like old. So whenever I seen a lot of people embracing it, I was like, oh man, like all these people are the same age as me, and everybody like does the same thing, and they drink, and like, this is great. And when I started getting to know everybody, like you guys, I was like, dude, you guys are fucking cool. You're just like me. So I opened it up, and the rest is kind of history. I turned it into a business, like a little LLC, and I created the website. I've been creating T-shirts like this one, the GNA for life. Got the can't really see it, but it says 2020 can kiss my ash with the face mask on it. I got another one with the creation of sticks is what I call it. It's kind of a spin off of creation of Adam. the Michelangelo painting. I'm starting to print those. But I got, my badges, stickers, um, keychains, like you name it. Yeah, that's the latest one. That's the larger size joint. And but and everybody's been showing me love, and I show love back as much as I possibly can. And what I want to do is to start traveling to different states. Texas, I love Texas, but I want to go to Atlanta. I want to go to Denver, like anywhere they're doing like fucking cigar shows, events, or even if it's just like where I see like I have a bunch of people who fuck with me. Just go there. I'll buy everybody cigars, and we just have a good time person with them. Because that's what I feel like it's all about. It's all about the camaraderie. So that's a little backstory. It started in 2018. But I like to say Glasses and Ashes is all about the camaraderie of everybody being able to enjoy smoke, share a passion over cigars and a dram like bourbon or whatnot, but also the brand represents hardworking individuals who look adversity in the face but never call it quit and just keep grinding. Because, and I think I put that in a few of my posts, like we've all been through some hard ass times. We've all wanted to just throw in the towel and just say fuck it, but it's that perseverance that kept us moving, and it made us stronger at the end of the day. So you carry that on your back with my brand. It's just you're hard working, you don't call it quits. It's a fucking badass.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you'd say that now transitioning from a club, now it's more of an organization or a brand. Uh,
Yeah, I would say it's more of an organization, because I don't have like officers and people in place, and it's not, I mean, as of now, it's not like spread through different states where there's other people organizing things. Um, so I would say it's just more of an organization, but initially it was a club.
yeah, because you're going in, you're doing more of like it's more of a brand slash lifestyle kind of thing now.
Yeah,
It's more of with your shirts and all the swag that you're putting out, and then just kind of it's like a fraternal organization of everybody just kind of that do the same things and have the same interests of just kind of putting themselves together.
yeah, same drive, man. Like I feel like I represent the people who, because I've been there, represent the people who felt like they hit rock bottom, but they just said fuck it, like there's nowhere else to go but up, and that's just like this grind and time that's invested, but it puts you like in a different mind state of drive and success. So like and like a part of me, I have like a lot of like, what do they call it, like motivational aspects. Like I want other people to succeed and to shake off like whatever negative vibes they have. So I try to always stay positive around people and show them that it's not the end all. You still have the rest of your life to live and to make changes and things like that. So, but I know like there's a lot of people who are stuck in the rut, and it's hard. It's hard sometimes when you feel like you don't have nowhere to go. So it's like, lean on me, hit me up. Like I want to motivate you to get you out of that funk and get you back right on track. And that's what it is.
Everybody, like you said, everybody's been in that rut before. But really, it gets to the point where it's your decision. Am I going to sit in the rut and be comfortable, or am I going to get off my ass and knock the dust off of me and start walking again? Because I've been in plenty of ruts, like multiple ruts in the last 10 years. And I could have laid down and, just been like, oh, fuck it, I'm not going to dust myself off and put one in front of the other and start trudging the road to a happy destiny again. But I mean, that's basically it. And I think Glasses and Ashes is kind of why me and you linked up so much, is because it's along the same lines as Hard Ash. We're not a club. There's not dues or fees or anything like that. It's just a society of like-minded people that want to inspire others and to help build up this cigar community. And we both do the same thing. You got T-shirts and stickers and patches, and I got stickers and patches and hats and working on T-shirts and stuff like that. So, I mean, I love glasses and ashes. I consider you guys, or you part of my family, just like I consider Christian part of my family, like I consider, Cigar Nut part of my family and Bernie part of my family and all those guys. It's the same thing, just because in the short amount of time, and even though you and I, because you didn't make it down there on the weekend you were supposed to in Texas, have never met face to face, I still talk to you more than I talk to my family, my real family, And that's so. Speaking of swaggy, fancy swag stuff, I just got a mail bomb yesterday. I got the new Glasses and Ashes sticker, numero 1. I got the new little cigar lighter sticker that I'm waiting on the shirts to come back in stock because I checked again, they're still out of stock. Waiting on those to come back in. My Glasses and Ashes club patch too. Boom.
Yeah, thank you for representing, man. I hold y'all down everywhere I go, baby. Like, let's fucking go. This one, fucking Christian killed this design, dude. Fucking murdered that shit. That shit's so hard. And then Christian, dude, not to mention, you got like fucking 20 goddamn logos. You don't got just one. I seen a fat guy smoking something, and I was like, and then barely like small letters. It's like Elion. I'm like, this motherfucker's got all kinds of shit.
I've literally got a design for, I think, 20 different cigar releases that we want to do, and we're not even in that game yet. So
yeah,
it's always be prepared, baby. You don't got to be. What do they say? If you're always ready, you don't got to be ready. So
yeah, and I got these in too. So I got the new embroidered patches available, and they got that Velcro back. So those are available on the website. I got a bunch of y'all already kind of put those out. So Vaughn's went out today. I'm waiting on a couple of sticks to come in before I send Nick his. So if y'all want them, they're available on the website, and they're also available on Instagram if you want to. I'll put out my bathing suit pool video to sell my badges next week or so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I consider all y'all family as well, man. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like you hit the nail right on the head when you said I talk to y'all more than like family and friends out here. I mean, my circle's already really small, but like talking to you guys, it feels like I have an extended family, and I can always hit you guys up. And it's like I'm always appreciative of that because there's not a lot of real ones out there, man. And when you find them, like, just got to keep them close. And I feel like y'all are that for me.
Yeah. This cigar community has just been phenomenal for me. Just building the community in general and how supportive everybody is, and then the close friendships that I've built just from COVID and getting on Instagram and really pushing my brand, and then long lasting friendships that I've built with people that I've never even met. Like I considered you and Nick super friends before we even met face to face. You know what I mean? And I've got guys on Instagram, guys that I herp with on a regular that I've never met face to face other than through a computer, and they're probably my closest friends.
Speaking of family, let me go ahead and interrupt with a request from everybody. I don't know if y'all saw Steven, aka Sean Johnson's video he posted last night. He had a real close personal friend of his pass away, and so he's struggling right now. And everybody knows if you go out and buy the Cigar Sessions patch, he donates to the North American Mental Health Alliance, and so he announced he's taking some time away from IG and the social media aspect to kind of focus back on his mental health and his well-being. Please, if you're out there and if you I ask that you pray for Stephen Johnson and his family and the family of his friend. He said his friend that died had a wife and 4 kids. So I know that's tough and that's really, really challenging. And so the thing I wanna throw out there that I want us to do as a community, I'm gonna spearhead as Hardash is I don't know this guy. I don't know Steven's friend, but I know how tough it would be on Justina if I pass away. We got 5 kids, so I'm gonna take $500 and put it off to start off with to raise up some money from the cigar community to give to Stephen Johnson to give to this lady and her family to kind of help out right now. So if anybody wants to contribute and donate, please hit me up, and we're gonna do that. Because we talk about we're all family and we talk about stuff like that. If my family member died or a friend of my family member died, I'd love it if my family did something like that for me. So that's what I want to do to send to him and for him to send to her, just to help out, because I think we can do something really awesome and really amazing through this community and through this family. To help somebody else out that's not necessarily in the cigar community, but just to show that, we care about stuff like that. So if you guys want to help donate to that, hit me up and we'll get it to Steven. Yeah. He can get the lady who needs it. And please pray for Steve Johnson.
Yeah. And I'm going to throw out, like, anybody that buys a patch, one of my patches, I will give $5 for every patch sold to this donation. So if you buy a patch from the website or from me on Instagram, $5 from each of the patches sold will go into the Hardash donation to Steven's friend. So
all proceeds. So I think I sell mine for $5. I'll give the 100% of that, and I'll hit you up on the side, Nick, and send some money your way too for that. So if anybody wants to go to my site as well, let's go.
Cool. Let's do it. Let's come together as a community and show everybody what we're about and what we can do.
Yeah. So, back to a lighter note. So, Vaughn, what's coming up with Glasses and Ashes? Like, what do we have to look forward to in the future? Are there going to be more of the shirt that I'm waiting on coming out? Yes, no, maybe, kind of, sort of. I'm asking myself, kind of bandwagon on this one, but I want to know.
Yeah, so I'm going to get those tees printed and sizes that I usually wouldn't carry, because I had a lot of people hit me up for my last tees, and I just didn't have like larger size tees. So I'm going to do that, but I'm going to make sure I get a bunch. I'm also working on a hat design. It's going to be kind of cigars and like cocktail or whatever you want to call it, bourbon, whatever, but it's going to be like kind of merged together. I have some awesome ideas with that. Just working with the designer on that stuff. Trying to get that out as quickly as I can, because I know, where a majority of my time is spent now, and up until when that kind of starts to, plateau or just stay more consistent, that's when I'm going to be able to devote more of my time. But I still have a bunch of stuff that I started that I just have to continue and finish. And that's the stuff that I'm working on. But other than that, I'll still be on the lookout for specialty cigars that get sold out. I'll throw them on my website. Usually I try to get like 4 or something, and I'll sell them. I don't make much on it, but I just know that most people will miss the opportunity to get like some releases. So I'll try to buy some and just like and sell them online. That stuff. I got some new bourbon glasses coming out and dram glasses like this coming out with designs and stuff on it. I also have my Dram Killers Instagram page that I've been working on. That I had to put a pause on that too, but that's going to be all video content. I'm not going to really do any pictures. But I have a bunch of friends that are that are in like, handcrafted cocktails, or what do they call them? Goddamn, I don't know. They have like a fancy word for people who make the drinks. I forget what it is right now. But they
And we
agreed
call them
to.
drinking glasses.
No, I'm talking about the people.
Sommeliers.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could call them that. But anyway, um, they like if you look at the Dram Killers video, I think I even posted it on Glasses and Ashes. But I had my buddy, he made me a drink, and I did like a cool little video about it. So I plan on doing more stuff like that and adding recipes for drinks and stuff on my Dram Killer. So, but I'm looking to get to have someone else kind of run it, and I just provide the content and someone else be like the face of that one. So that's pretty much all I have going right now. But Glasses and Ashes is like my baby. Like this is like what I love to do and who I want to kind of,
Spearhead.
yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. But Glasses Ashes my baby. I'm gonna keep that shit rolling until the wheels fall off, and we're about to fucking come up with some dope shit. But the
Yeah.
glasses, I need more glasses, so I'm gonna start coming out with those.
So the cool thing about it is like, this just hit me too when you talked about finding like, rare cigars and like getting people access to them that didn't get a chance to do it. The first interaction I ever had with you, Vaughn, is I bought some SNRs from you. You were the first person that I bought SNRs from online, and we had chatted or whatever, and you're like, yeah, I got some. I can send you 5 or whatever, and I'm all like, all right. And I'm all like, this motherfucker's going to take my money, and I'm not going to get no cigars. I don't know this guy from a hole in the wall. And, man, you came through. So I was like, man, this dude came through for me. He's on my list of dope people to be around. So, and it's just crazy how our friendship evolved from there.
Yeah, and there's one thing, man, that I felt inside, but also read in multiple books, is that your reputation is everything. So as soon as you fuck up one time, that's all it really would take. And I mean, you can ask Nick. Nick will find a motherfucker that's been fronting for years. He'll call your ass out. Like I'm not trying to be that fucking guy. I don't think that shit's cool. So it's just like, no, man. Like you pay me for something, and I tell you, if I give you my word, I'm always gonna follow through on that shit. And that's just what it is. Like they always say, treat people how you want to be treated. That's me, man. Like I'm respectful. I don't fuck with nobody because I wouldn't want that shit to happen to me. So I appreciate that.
Yeah. Nick scares me. I'm scared to say things to Nick because he's going to fucking call me out on Facebook.
No,
Yeah.
you're good. Don't. Now, see, I posted that today. One of our friends got jacked by another guy, like some fucking skeezer that's out there trying to front people. Just looking to take advantage of the cigar community, and that's what pisses me off. Like, do that, like I said, this community is like my family. So you fuck with my family, you're gonna get me hot. Like I get very, very pissed off, and I get very, very defensive, and I get very, very, just like red. I will fucking tear your head off. And so some ass, this cigar. What was it?
Cigar of the day.
Cigar of the day. Yeah, this dickhead. So he gets on herfs with some of really good friends, and just so happens our really good friends have a plethora of money, and starts pitching these cigar accessory ideas and this business idea and this business plan, and gets people to herfs with them multiple times, gets them to trust them, and then gets their money and strikes out. Now he's in like fucking Taiwan or Vietnam or some bullshit like that, where he's taking like multiple tens of thousands of dollars from our friends, and that's fucked up. Like I don't like people fucking with the cigar community, and I especially don't like people fucking with the people that I like and I consider friends.
Yeah.
And so I posted that today, right? So there's this one shitbag who gets on there and he's like, yeah, naysayers and truth tellers, and don't believe the rumors that you're hearing. I'm like, who the fuck are you, first of all? And he's like, people people believe what, or dumb people believe what the gossip that's going around. Until you know the truth, don't start talking. So I look on this dude's page. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? I don't follow him, but he follows me. So he gets on there, and I was like, first of all, dog, I was like, this is coming from a good friend of mine that this happened to. It's not some bullshit that I just heard through the fucking grapevine. This is coming from somebody that I know pretty well. I heard it multiple times a week, and it's coming from him. And he's not a fucking liar. Like, Christian knows who he is. He knows who I'm talking about. I'm not going to put his name out here for everybody else to know he got scammed, but he got fucking scammed. So then this guy, so I comment back to him, right? And then just like normal, like I did the last time when I went off on that fucking Capowitz douchebag, like I sit around thinking about it, and I just get more and more pissed. I'm like, who the fuck you're calling me a liar? So now not only have you insulted my friends and me too by calling me dumb, but now you're calling me a motherfucking liar too. So here's the thing. So fuck you. I'm not doing this because I'm trying to ruin somebody. I'm doing this because I'm trying to save people from getting, scammed by a shitbag, because they get in a community like this where people are so friendly and people are so, and you create these bonds with these people, and then they take advantage of that. Like, I'm not out here. I don't give a fuck if you. I told him on the thing, I was like, I'm doing this to help you. I'm not going to get suckered in. I guarantee you, because I heed fucking warnings on stuff like that. I'm trying to share my knowledge that I've found out this with everybody else, so this doesn't happen to you. And you're going to call me dumb people? Oh, okay. Fuck you. Look at whose fucking page you're on. Look at who the fuck you're talking to. And know that Hardass is not the motherfucking person to come and call fucking stupid. I'm not doing this
wrong
shit.
motherfucker now.
Shit. I hear a lot of stuff, but I don't go around talking about it. I hear a whole lot of stuff about people scamming this or people scamming that, or, him not sending me shit. You know what? I know that there's a lot of people that could say that about me right now, because you might not have gotten a fucking patch when in the time you're supposed to, but that's the post office, dog. That's not me. You can ask plenty of people. Ask Manny. He sat around Wicked Cigar Society. He sat around for a fucking month and a half waiting on my patch before it got there. But guess what? It got there. I sent another one because I feel bad because my shit didn't get there when it should have been there. So I'm not going to scam you. Like, if you haven't gotten something from me, hit me up. You know what I mean? I'm going to send you whatever I'm supposed to send you. And if I got to send 3 of them for you to get it, I'll send 3 of them for you to get it. I'll take that bite and that loss, because I'm not going to have my name like that. I don't sit around and fuck around with stupid people because of stupid shit like that. I'm trying to help you out. And you're not going to do it.
It's gonna burn down.
I don't. You are about.
No. So that did have me. I was pretty pissed about that today.
Nah, man, I feel you though. Like, I 100% agree with you. Especially when you start taking advantage of people, because then it just fucks up everything. You know what I'm saying? If nobody's there to like fucking say something, then everybody's gonna get fucked. And that's fucked up. Like how petty is that though? It's just like you could do anything you want, but you're gonna like scheme on people that will be like forthcoming with like trying to support you, and then you just fucking shit on them. Like, that's some dumbass shit.
Yeah. So, and then smoking sticks, like, that's not hearsay. I'm like one of the first people, you can ask Christian, I'm one of the first people this motherfucker got. Like, he got me. I sent this dude like $200 or like $150 in cigars, $170. It was like 13 boutique cigars. So, and it was good ass boutique cigars, like some OMs, some Paul Stulacs, like a bunch of shit I bought from Sir Louis. I sent him all this stuff because he fed me this bullshit, and then I get like 7 cigars back. He's like, oh, I do 10 cigar trades, but I usually show like 12 or 13 in there. I was like, dog, just give me a number. Like, I don't want to sit here and play a guessing game. He's like, let's just do 12. I was like, all right. So I sent him 12 fucking badass boutique cigars. He told me, oh, I only smoke Davidoff and ABO and Opus X. And I was like, okay, well, I don't have any Davidoff. I've had like 1. And I was like, so, I'll take some of those. You don't have to throw in 12 of them because I know they're really expensive. But, if you want to tuck in a couple of Davidoffs, and the best fucking cigar I got from this shit bag was a fucking Leaf by Oscar. And it took me like 5 fucking months to get 7 shitty cigars from it. So
Because he got like cancer three times, and
yeah, he gave me the same bullshit ass sob story that he gives a lot of people. Oh, I had to have surgery and I almost had to get my leg amputated, and my wife unplugged my humidor while I was in the hospital, and all my cigars ruined. So,
That's fucking
you know,
bullshit.
yeah, it pissed me off. It's not just that he took advantage of me; he took advantage of a bunch of people I know. You know, like a bunch of them. This motherfucker's still around. Like, I saw a girl post a picture the other day, and I called her ass. I was like, look, don't fuck with this dude. He's bad news. And she was like, shit, I just sent him this fucking cigar bomb, and he's supposed to be sending me stuff. I said, he might send it to you one time. You might get some decent sticks one time. But then he's going to ask you for another trade, and he's going to fucking shove it in your ass on that one.
Fuck. Yeah. Fuck that guy.
So,
I still can't believe that he's got over 1,000 followers still, with all the shit. He's almost at 2,000.
no, he's over 2.
Oh, fuck that! I can't believe he's at that with all the shit that we've put out about him and all the shit that's out there about him. I can't believe there's people still following this dirtbag.
Yeah, it's probably like him and all Cap will follow each other.
So on a better note, what do y'all think about this cigar so far?
That's what I was just about to ask. Got any chocolate on it?
I got a little bit of chocolate on the second, third.
I got some cocoa. The pepper is gone, but it's still a good stick.
This is my kind of Maduro, right? It's not too spicy. It's not spicy at all for me, and it's not like super earthy. It's got a good. Why are you always laughing? Why you gotta give me shit? I don't ever give you shit.
I'm just smiling, Christian, because I'm just a happy guy. I'm smoking a good cigar. I'm talking to
whatever. Oh my God, I know you too well now. We've known each other way too long to know that smile is very sarcastic.
The first, what, Vaughn, would you say maybe fifth of it was kind of Maduro-y, where it had that spice and that burn to it, but it's mellowed out. I don't think I can consider this a Maduro cigar. Like, really, it's not heavy.
It is a Maduro. It's not about considering it a Maduro. It is a Maduro. It's not super full bodied, but this is my kind of Maduro, right? It's not super. It's not going to kick my ass. It's not the white blinding light, but it doesn't have those flavor notes that I just don't like to have, where it's like really peppery, really earthy. It's got that cocoa. I haven't gotten any raisin out of it, but I did get some.
My pepper is completely gone. I would say went away. But the first third, that shit was coming in kind of hot. But now it's just, it's medium bodied. It's nothing heavy. Like I look faded because I'm drinking, but yeah, it's still a good stick. Like I like sticks that will have if it's gonna be pepper, like pepper bomb, like it has to be through the whole stick. And I wasn't expecting that, but I was expecting more chocolate out of this one.
Yeah.
Still don't got it, but the cocoa's there. It's very malty, like a very malty, dark, flavorful. No earth, like you said. I don't get any of that. No leather, but cocoa strong. They should just call it Cocoa Puffs. I would have bought it. Just saying, with all the names and shit, call this bitch Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, I would have bought into that more than I bought into chocolate hotcakes. It does have more of a cocoa puffy type taste. It's got like a little sweet, like not like there's some cigars you'll smoke that's like really cocoa-y and it's not like sweet, but you get that cocoa-ness to it.
Yeah.
This has more of a sweet cocoa, like. Just like you said, like Cocoa Puffs are like Count Chocula. That's what they fucking should have called it, dude. So it's a good cigar, and don't get me wrong, but once again, it doesn't taste anything like chocolate hotcakes. Like I'm getting in something that tastes like chocolate hotcakes. I'm expecting like a bready, like pancakey bready type taste to it. I'm expecting like some syrup in there. I'm getting no fucking at all. And then I'm
Yeah,
expecting like
somebody had mentioned there's some like a molasses kind of syrup taste in it. I haven't gotten any of that yet, or any of that, and I'm over halfway.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah,
well,
someone said we call it fruity pebbles.
eh, eh. Um, while we're talking about sweet cigars, I want to bring up one of our sponsors. We're going to take a little commercial break and throw one of our sponsors up, and then we'll talk about our other sponsors when we get back. So check this out.
Hennessy Cigar Co. was built on the concept that the reward of hard work is enjoying the finer things in life. Our hand-rolled cigars are the reward for your hard day's labour. HCC cigars are available in 4 blends, including our sweet signature blend and 9 vitolas, including our uniquely rolled Perfecto we call the Clonakilty. Our cigars are made from the finest wrappers, binders and long leaf fillers. Each stick is hand-rolled by 4th-generation Cuban torcedores and shipped fresh to your door for the ultimate experience. What are you waiting for? Visit www.hennessycigarco.com today.
So just in case you missed it, HennessyCigarCo.com, you get a 15% discount with Stogie Bros 15 if you go and order from them.
that was their new ambassador, Brogan. I guess is the voice we just heard on that. They put him out on Instagram today, and he's like a beer drinking, cigar smoking, tatted up, motorcycle riding leprechaun.
Yeah,
pretty badass graphics on that. I like it. I like that he's a kind of a hardcore leprechaun. It's pretty cool with a riding a motorcycle with a big ass like glass of beer and a cigar hanging out of his mouth. So
yeah.
Kids do not drink beer while riding motorcycles. No fucking point. Don't do that. But yeah. So if you do order Hennessy cigars, let me try to save you from the mistake that I made when I got my Hennessy cigars in. I am the type of person where if I get the shipment of cigars in, the first thing I do is I'm going to bust it out. And I'm usually going to, if I get multiples, I'm usually going to smoke one right off the jump. So I smoked this cigar. It burns bad. It's just not tasting right. And I call Christian and I'm like, man, this cigar is like not working out for me. And he was like, you just got it today. And I was like, yeah. He was like, you dumbass, you're not supposed to be smoking it. Did you not read the card? And I was like, what fucking card? And he was like, there's a card in your box. And I go down and the card in transportation is slid down to the bottom of the box and I didn't see it. You're supposed to, these cigars are rolled when you order them. Like there's not like a mass stockpile of cigars that have been aging for a while and then they send them to you when you order them. Like these are fresh rolled cigars. So when you get your Hennessy cigars, put them in your humidor, leave them for 3 to 4 weeks before you smoke them. If you want to get the real experience, like after Christian told me that, the rest of the cigars went in my humidor. They've been sitting for about 6 weeks now. I'm probably going to break one out this weekend and burn it and get the real experience that I should have got instead of me being a dumbass and not paying attention to directions like I do with most in my life.
And I think that's a preconceived notion. Everybody, you have you're meant to believe that all these cigar companies are, mass producing these cigars and then they're aging them for you. And then when they put them out on the market, they're ready for you to smoke. And that's the majority of cigar companies that are out there. With Hennessy cigars, they're actually making them to order. So once you make an order with them, depending on the vitola that you want and everything like that, they're rolling them right then and there. And so when they ship them to you, they're freshly rolled. So the leaf's still going to be wet. It's still going to be damp. It's still going to be, it needs time to really age in your humidor before you should smoke them. And then that way you're going to get that much you're gonna experience the actual flavors that you should be experiencing from Hennessy cigars. So just keep that in mind when you order them. Don't just write out the package, start smoking them, and then you're going to get, a slow burn. You're going to get canoeing because they're still damp, they're still wet. They need some time. So let them sit, and then you can enjoy them and experience the Hennessy cigars that they meant for you to try. And then as they get bigger and as more people start ordering their cigars, maybe they'll start transitioning into keeping some back stock and aging them for you. But just keep that in mind. Let's talk about some of our other sponsors, Nick. You want to go with one?
Yeah, we got one of our sponsors is the Big Ash Smoke Book. So he has got the most comprehensive cigar cataloging book on the market today. He also has the Super Stogie Bros edition of the Big Ash Smoke Book. So he made this one especially for me and Christian. It is not like any of his other Big Ash Smoke Books. You can go on his Instagram page, the Big Ash Smoke Book. There's a link in his Instagram page to get you to his website. You can order either any of them. He's got a ton. He's got the Super Stogie Bros edition. He's got this one, which is one of my favorites, the Hard Ash Cigar Society edition. He's also got this sexy one right here, the Miss Hard Ash Smoke Book. He's got an Elion Cigar Smoke Book. I think I got almost every smoke book he has. So he has the Elion Cigar Smoke on. If you haven't got off your ass and got Lace to make you a smoke book yet, you need to hit him up and do that. And then he's got just a ton of people. So, you can pretty much go on there. If you want him to do a smoke book with your design on it, he can do that as well. Send him your design. He can put it on the front of the smoke book and send it to you. I think it holds, Christian, 40 entries per book. It comes with its own food where you glue your label on in there. Like I said, it is the most comprehensive smoking book out there right now today. It's good for anybody who's an idiot on logging cigars like me, up to somebody who, like Jamie Hall, president of Smoke and Dram Society, who is a genius, cigar reviewer. He's got it to where Jamie can do it too. And before I did this, I always had a hard time remembering what cigars I liked and what I liked about them. And ever since I started logging my cigars, it's made it so much easier for me to flip back through and go, yeah, this is the one. Because before I just scroll through pictures on my phone and be like, I think it's this one that I liked. I'm not really sure. So Big Ash Smoke Book, check him out.
Okay. One of our other sponsors is Legion Concepts. Legion Concepts is got tons of stuff. He does coffee. He does cigars. He does accessories. If you haven't heard about Legion Concept cigars, I don't know what you've been doing. You've been under a rock on Instagram. He's got the Lancero blend. He's also got what they call the Magnus. The Magnus is super, super exclusive. He takes pre-orders. Just to let you know, we do have 20 Magnus cigars in our humidor right now. So if you go online, you can order Magnus cigars from our website. They're super, super good cigars. They're rolled by Willie's Cigars in Puerto Rico. The Magnus is the same blend as the Lancero, but the only difference is he puts in a tablespoon of vanilla custard pipe tobacco into the filler. So when you take the cold draw of that cigar, you taste vanilla. And the aroma when you're burning that cigar is like an old school pipe, smoking a vanilla pipe tobacco. It's just a great, great experience. It's a little shorty. It's probably like a 4-inch by maybe 54. But it's a great cigar. His coffee, he's got 3 blends. He's got a medium, a dark, and he's got what they call the 300 miles per hour version, which is the highly caffeinated version. Nick actually picked the version for that. So you can get his coffee. He has also those cool skull cigar rests. I believe right now he's got, if you buy a box of his Magnus, you get a custom nubber with his logo helmet on it, which is, they're pretty killer looking. He's got a bunch of stuff. He's doing it up in the cigar industry right now. So check him out at Legion Concepts on Instagram. Everything goes through Instagram, so DM if you want to get any of that. I do have the Lanceros and the Magnus in our virtual humidor right now on our website. You can go check it out at EleonCigarCompany.com or EleonCigarClub.com. Next up.
I have one of their Lanceros. I haven't smoked them. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, Lanceros are fucking fire. And his coffee beans are grown in the same valley that his cigar tobacco is grown in. So especially the Lancero coffee that he has, it pairs really, really well with his cigars. And I was about to say, yeah, the 300 mile per hour coffee is definitely hard ash approved, because he sent me 2 different blends of coffee beans to try out, and I was the one that actually got to pick the blend. And it's an Indian blend of coffee. It's amazing. It is so good. So for our final sponsor, we have Skyview Creations. So Skyview Creations is a lady from Huntsville, Alabama. She makes these cups, and they're like Yeti style. You see the Yeti style thermal cups, and then she'll do logos, designs on them. This is our Elion, or our Super Stogie Bros cups that she made for me and Christian. It's got our Super Stogie Bros logo on the bottom. It's got an Elion logo in the middle. It's got Christian's sexy face on the top. And then she's got this jackass on the backside. So, and this same thing, Super Stogie Bros, my Hard Ash logo, and then my character on the backside of it. She has them in all shapes and sizes and all different designs, too, like this beautiful design. This is a Hard Ash cup that Justina got me. It's got the American flag. You can see the red and white in the background, and it looks wooden. And then it's got the stars on the backside of it. And they come in all different shapes, all different sizes. And you can order them through her Instagram page or through her Facebook page. She can basically do the same as Big Ash Smokebook. If you got any design, any logo, anything you wanted on it, she can do that for you. She also makes cigar cups that actually look like a cigar. We've got the band on the bottom of it, and I've got some of those with Hard Ash logo on the bottom. And the actual wrapping of the cup looks like a tobacco leaf. Like, it goes as far as, she's so intricate about the design that it has like the veins of the tobacco leaf in it. It is,
yeah,
so you got
completely customizable.
Yep, completely customizable. So go order a cup from her. If you wanted to get a Super Stogie Bros cup, you can do that. She's got a bunch of Hard Ash cups if you want to do that. If you've seen Justina does her giveaways all the time, because Justina is a cup crackhead. We just got 3 more cups the other day. Like, usually every other week we're getting like 4 or 5 cups. Like, I have 2 cabinets at my house that are full of Skyview Creation cups that she's done. She's got Miss Hard Ash cups with pink and glitter and shit like that all over it. She did some badass Miss Hard Ash cups for Justina that have like the lips and the cigar hanging out with bullet holes shot through it and brass knuckles in the background.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah, it's sick. She does an amazing job. So you guys go get a cup from her, and she can do anything. Like, Vaughn, if you wanted a Glasses and Ashes cup to drink, liquor in when it's 110 degrees in Arizona, she can make that cup for you to keep it cool. So you guys go check her out.
We're gonna do a giveaway in the near future, right? With one of her cups.
Yeah.
Sometime in the future.
Yep. She's backed up now because of COVID, so we have another order in for cups, but it's just her that does it. So if you put an order in with her, like it takes 2 or 3 weeks to get it done, but when you get it, you'll be completely happy with the amount of time waited, because the cup is badass. So yeah, check that out. We will be having a giveaway coming up with some of her cups in them, so it's going to be pretty cool. So I really check her out. Ashley, she's an amazing person. So just hit her up on Instagram or Facebook. She'll look you up.
Cool. So, Vaughn, is there any plugs that you like to push out there, man? Anybody you want to tell people about, or push people? Can people pre-order your shirts? Like, I want a shirt, but I need a special size.
Well, I'm gonna have a bunch of sizes, and I push you guys. It's like everybody go fuck with my guy Elion Cigars on his website. Show him some love, buy some shit, and he's gonna be on top of it. I know he will, as well as my dude Nick. You know, buy those patches so we can donate the money to his friend. I think that's an awesome cause. But other than that, I'm always around. DM me. I'm down for collaborations and things like that. Let's just keep pushing. Let's just keep pushing this community forward.
Nick, yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Nick. I was thinking. Remember that raffle I was going to do when I hit my 3,000?
Yeah.
What if we did that raffle with all the proceeds going to Steven's friend?
That would be good.
So let's just announce it right now. I'll say this is what we're going to do. We'll plan it out, but I'll show what we're going to raffle off. So we'll do a little. We'll do a raffle. I've got a Cadola watch, right? And I know the cigar industry loves these watches, right? So it's a Cadola watch. I think the MSRP on it is somewhere between $400, somewhere at $400 for this watch. Me and Nick, we're going to put out a raffle for that, and we'll do a certain amount of tickets or places on the wheel or something, and all the proceeds from that will go into the donation Nick is putting together for Cigar Sessions and his friend. So keep an eye out for that. We'll put that out sometime this next coming up week once we get everything planned out. But we'll definitely do a raffle for that watch.
And then whatever Christian puts in, I'll put in a box of Paul Stulak cigars for that. So my favorite's the White Blinding Light. I'll put a box of White Blinding Lights up with that watch for the raffle, and then all proceeds will go to send to Stephen Johnson to give to his friend's family to help out.
Okay,
so
that's awesome, man.
Plus on top the donations. Yeah.
So if you missed the beginning, we're taking donations for a friend of the community. Anything that y'all can do to donate, hit up Hard Ash Cigar Society on Instagram. $5 from every patch that I sell, I will donate to that initiative. And Vaughn will also donate the proceeds from his patch sales for however long that he decides to do that. Oh shit! We got Cigar Nut said that he'll donate some Cuban sticks. So we're just going to add to the coffer. Very cool.
It's gonna be big, guys. We're gonna have to go like the raffle spots are probably gonna go for like what, cruising about $20-30 because you're already looking at like almost $1,000 worth of shit that's going up right now. So I mean it's gonna be big. It's gonna be a big ass raffle. I might buy some tickets too because I love White Blinding Light Lanceros. And if you don't know, I am a watch whore. Like if you want my pants to drop, send me a watch. Christian's seen it twice. I've got 2 of them from him, so he's got 2 pants dropped. So
he'll drop his goddamn pants. He's already did it on the fucking line online.
You don't even have to pay him for that. He'll do it on anything.
So Hennessy says they'll donate a box of cigars as well.
Nice. So any companies out there that want to donate to this, companies, organizations, clubs that want to donate to this raffle to help raise money for a friend of the community, they're the family of a friend of the community, hit us up, hit up Hardash, and we'll get that taken care of, man. I love how this community comes together and works. So,
Yep.
what else we got?
So,
How
what's
far
the
along
question?
y'all?
Yeah. Hey, let's get to our question.
Oh yeah, let's do the questions.
How about you get to pick this time, Christian? I always pick the questions.
Okay,
Been-
of the random questions.
Yeah, the random questions. Let's see what Vaughn shit is.
Okay. Let's see. Let's do. So Vaughn, let's do the. I mean, this is the one we ask all the time, but what is the oldest cigar in your humidor?
That's a good question. I would probably say it is La Flor Dominicana. I got an Andalusian Bull in there. That's the one I wanted to smoke with you guys, but I knew it'd be kind of challenging to come up with soon. But that was probably the first cigar. That was like the first like classic fucking sought after cigar that I've ever smoked. One of my clients actually gave it to me at one of my little networking events, and he told me how rare it was at the time. And at the time, couldn't find that shit anywhere. And then, since then, I started seeing them kind of come out slowly and things like that. But that Andalusian Bull, that holds a special place in my heart. And I always try to keep those, and that's probably the oldest one I have. Probably had that one. Sorry.
How old is that one?
I think it was 2017. Yeah, but
Cool.
since I was gifted a couple more, I don't know if LFD holds them and if they're aging like we were talking earlier, if they hold them in their like humidors. But they all are very consistent with the flavor profiles, and every time I smoke one, it just tastes the same. I really like everything about that stick. It's just a fantastic smoke. It's a good hour and a half smoke.
I've never smoked an Andalusian before.
Fantastic
Never.
cigars, and I actually like all of the LFDs. Like they make some really good cigars.
So Vaughn, what's your go-to cigar? Like what's the one that like you if it's like you're having a shitty day, you're like, man, or you smoke a cigar and it sucks, you're like, oh fuck this, you throw it out, and then you go get one out of your humidor that you know is going to be great every single time. Is it the Andalusian Bull, or do you have a different one?
I would say anything from Blackworks. They're always come through with some fucking heat. And like one of my favorites was the SNR. It was the serpents. That stick was fucking this money. They make a bunch of them, and they're easy to find. Um, are easy to
Do you see
find.
that? You see that face he just gave you? That's the same fucking face he gave Stogie chick the other day. Mm. Vaughn said serpent and rainbows. He got the googly Christian eyes. Mm.
Look at his face.
Yeah, yeah. That's my favorite cigar, man. It's got to be one of my
The
top cigars.
hyena was good, and I just smoked. What was it? It was the Lizard King? That shit was fire. But anything, dude, like all of their six, as well as the Blackworks. They did a spinoff with another brand. I forget the name right now. I don't know if you guys know.
Little trading company.
Yes, Black Label. So I like that's an easy go to.
Yeah.
I just bought the Black Label Trading Company sampler that Sir Louis put out. I bought that yesterday. It's got the new hyena. I think it's the 2021 hyena in it, and then got a couple others, but I wanted to try that hyena, so I picked it up.
Hyena's good. I think you'll like that one. It comes in hot.
Yeah. Yeah. So I do like Blackworks. I don't think I've ever had a bad cigar from Blackworks or Black Label Trading Company.
They're right up your alley, and everything in their flavor profile is exactly what they put out.
Yeah, spicy. They nail it. They do. James Brown does a really good job. So I know.
I just got.
Vaughn, you watch the show quite a bit, so we're actually going to try to get him on as a guest. And if you want to see like googly eyes, I think that show Christian will top Stogie Chick. He'll just be sitting there. It'll be like Lace on when
It's gonna be more. It's gonna be like him when Paul Stulak. When Paul Stulak was on the show.
Yeah, Vaughn Christian's gonna be like this.
Like, oh my god, he's like a totally fangirl over him.
Yeah, for real. So, but yeah, he's good.
He put out two of my favorite cigars, my 1 and 2 cigars. So, just like you were with Paul Stulak.
What's your favorite cigar you've ever smoked, Vaughn?
Man, that's like so hard. You know, like recently, Cigar Nut, he kind of plugged me when I was out in Texas with some Cubans. And, you know, I never really smoked Cubans up until he hooked me up. So I'm really like into the Cuban cigars now. And dude, I feel like they're amazing, especially the Hoyos that I've been smoking. And I don't know, man. Like I think that's a great question. I feel like I smoke so many cigars, so I try to have a favorite for the year because I'm always smoking something different. To be honest with you, so one of my favorites for the year was the Trail Mix. I really like that fucking cigar, dude. Like, and that's the only one that really sticks out outside of Cubans. That's the one. But if it's the Cubans, like the Epicure, you know, I fucking love that cigar. The Epicure, too.
The Epicure number 2 is fucking fire. Like
it's
that
fire.
Is
They give me some Partagas. I think the number 2 and number 4. Like those, they're like money, dude. Like they're just so fucking smooth, and I just enjoy smoking.
The thing that gets me about Cubans is they don't have a peppery, spicy.
Oh, they're all mild.
And I think that's why I like them so much.
The Series D number 4, Partagas Series D number 4 is about the heaviest Cuban I've smoked. So I'm waiting. I'm probably going to buy a box of the Bolivars, and I've heard that those are a heavier cigar too, and I'm excited about getting those. But yeah, they don't make very spicy cigars. I do love Cubans, and that Epicure number 2 is probably like my favorite Cuban right now. But I just wish there was somebody that made like a spicier, heavier Cuban. I really any Cuban cigar makers that by chance happen to stumble across the Super Stogie Bros, if you watch this episode, make me a fucking spicy Cuban, please. I dare you. I would love that. You can
I also like H. Upman. The Banker was always like a classic.
Yeah, the Banker.
That one's a really good smoke. You know, I don't think I had any of H. Upman's Cubans. I've seen them out there, but the Banker's solid. That's another one that sticks out.
Yeah. I picked up, speaking of limited stuff, I got 2 boxes of the Bishop's Blend from Black Label Trading Company. Came in yesterday. So I've got the Lancero and the, I guess the Corona Gordo. It's one of those. So those 2 are up on the website now.
Yeah, that Bishop's Blend Lancero is fucking amazing cigar. That is an amazing cigar. So, what other questions do we have? We haven't asked them any off the wall questions yet.
So here's let's see. If you could smoke a cigar with anybody, alive or dead, who would it be?
Man, I don't know. It'll probably be somebody that's making money, so I can ask them a bunch. I don't know, man. I would say
I've got a live and a dead one.
I don't. I never really thought of that. I don't know. Because
So
like
my
I would say my dad, right? But my dad doesn't drink or smoke, and he probably would choke and die if he smoked a cigar.
I think the question is more meant for like a cigar smoker, right? Somebody that's either alive or dead that smokes cigars. I think Nick may balk at
I
me.
got it. Jack Nicholson. That's one. And maybe I don't know. I'm just gonna stick with Jack. I like him. I like all of it. I like his. He just seems kind of out there.
Yeah.
What would you want to smoke?
Probably that motherfucking Pollo de Monterrey, fucking Cuban.
Yeah.
Some kind of something. That Epicure #2. Something good. So cigar says Samuel Jackson.
That would be smoke a cigar with.
He'd be like, "What's up, motherfucker?" Oh.
I think my alive one would be Paul Gianni. I don't know. I just want to smoke a cigar with him. And my dead one is a cigar smoker, but I think the reason why I want to smoke with him is for a totally different reason. Would be JFK.
Christian wants to smoke with JFK because he wants to know what Marilyn Monroe's vagina tasted like. That's why he wants to smoke. Just so you know, that's why he wants to smoke with JFK. That's a true story. That's no shit. So my dead one, it changed. It changed. I think I would like to smoke a cigar with George Burns. Because I bet George Burns went through some shit in his life, and I would just like to sit around. That's a funny motherfucker anyway. I'd like to sit around and just laugh and joke with him and listen to some of his stories. You know, that would be my dead one, George Burns. Now I'd probably say Michael Jordan for my alive.
That'd be a good one, yeah.
Because watching his special on The Last Dance and looking at like you know what type of leader he was on the Bulls, that really reminds me. He pushed everybody, like sometimes like aggressively pushed them to be the best that they could be, and that's really the type of leader that I try to be at work. Like I push people to perform better than what they think they can do because I see capabilities in them that they don't see in themselves. And I'd just like to get really some leadership from Michael Jordan on, what did he do that I saw was productive and what did he do that maybe he would like to go back and change. So
you want Michael Jordan to be your life coach then?
No, not really. I just want to start with the motherfucker. Plus, smokes like really badass Cuban cigars that are like 10 inches long with like a 60 ring gauge. So if I'm going to get a free Cuban cigar, it might as well be a Michael Jordan Cuban cigar. You know what I'm saying?
Ridiculous. But that's dope. I didn't even think about that. And he was smoking like the entire interview. Like he gave no fucks. He was just chilling.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like he definitely showed like some type of leadership capabilities that I've never heard of. And he was just like, look, you ain't gonna make me look bad. So if you can't play on my level, then you need to get the fuck out of here. And that's like real talk right there.
I read an interview that they had with Jordan after the LeBron Lakers, like not the Lakers, but the LeBron Lakers won the championship. So a sports person asked Michael Jordan if he thought that the two Bulls could beat the Los Angeles Lakers. And his answer was yes. And they said, what would the score be? And he said it would be really, really close. And they said, you mean to tell me that you think the 92 Bulls would be in a really close game with the Lakers, and he said, "Yeah, we're almost 60 years old now." This motherfucker was saying that the 92 Bulls team today could beat the Lakers team today, not like the 92 Bulls team in 92. He said that they now at 60 years old could still beat the Lakers. I hate LeBron. LeBron James is a fucking whiny little bitch.
I remember watching LeBron. That someone made a tape of all of his like fucking flops and all that fake shit. I was like, this motherfucker deserves a fucking award for all that acting. Like no one even hit him. He's just like, oh, like they show it in slow motion. Nothing happens to him, and he's so happy that he's got like the rings he does. But I'm like, what did it take, bro? Like some fake shit. You might as well deflate a basketball or some bullshit.
You look at people like, people talk about LeBron as the GOAT in basketball. He's not a GOAT. Like Michael Jordan's the GOAT. We put him in the Chicago Bulls when the Chicago Bulls were nothing, and he built a dynasty around him. That is a GOAT. Kobe Bryant got put into the Lakers, and the Lakers at the time, they're the Lakers, of course, but at the time when he was brought into the Lakers really weren't doing shit, and they built the dynasty around him. If LeBron James would have stayed in Cleveland and turned the Cavaliers into a championship team, then maybe I think you could put him not even in the same classification with those guys, but you could put him in a better classification of calling him a GOAT. He had to leave to go to Miami. He had to leave to go to Los Angeles.
He had to join a super team.
Do what? Yeah, he did. He had to go join super teams to get championships. They didn't build a championship team around him. Like, you're not that good. Like, you are not at all. So, and I read another interview with Jordan. I asked him about who's better. Do you think, who do you think would give you a better game, Kobe or LeBron? And he said Kobe all day long, because if you watch tape, Kobe did exactly the same stuff I did. Like, exactly the same stuff. In a time where the game was still aggressive and the game was still, like physical, and now it's like it's like they're turning football into, it's like a powder puff game where you can't even get brushed up against, or you get somebody like LeBron who falls out and throws a fit and acts like he broke his neck because somebody bumped into him. Go back and watch that dance for the Chicago Bulls, and you see Michael Jordan walking off the court with like a fucking black eye and a bloody nose, and you gotta go back and they show when he tries to drive to the hoop, the Pistons used to beat the fuck out of him, and he didn't go. He gave it right back to him. That's basketball.
Didn't he go out like one of his games? He had like the flu, and he still had like a triple double, and had like 50 points that day.
That's a fucking hard ass motherfucker right there.
It wasn't the flu. He said it was the flu, but if you go back and watch Last Dance, they were in like Boston or whatever, and they ordered a pizza at his hotel room, and he fucking got they knew it was going to Michael Jordan, and he got food poisoning. Like, it was food poisoning is what he had. He was fucking puking and shitting all day long, and got up and played basketball and had a triple double that night in basketball.
Yeah.
Shit. Let me see. LeBron James gets the flu. That dude's gonna be. Get food poisoning. He's gonna be out for a month.
All right. So next question, Vaughn. If you could only hear one song for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Wow, man. Something by Jeezy, Young Jeezy. That motherfucker, I can't even think of the names of the songs, but it's probably like, it was on his like Motivation 101. It was like, I don't know. He just did something to me. I was in a bad place when he dropped his album, and his music got me through a lot. So Young Jeezy, The Motivator, man. It's just any song by him really, like, he just, I don't know. It just strikes a chord with me. I can play it for you if you want to hear it, but the shit just goes hard all the time. I used to bump it like 10 years ago, and I can still play it in my car, and I can still get that feeling like whenever I first heard it, So That'd be a guy I'd like to smoke with that's still alive. I know he smokes cigars. He probably fills them up with a little something, but that motherfucker, that's my guy right there. I love all his songs.
Let me tell you what Christians is. Let me tell you.
It better not be some bullshit.
No, notorious.
Hey,
Biggie
hey,
Smalls. Christian is a Biggie Smalls fan.
so am I.
I,
I love
I
it.
like Biggie. I like Pac better.
Oh shit. This gonna be like a whole nother hour if we talk about that shit. I like back in the day when I was in 7th grade, I remember I went to this fucking school. My dad thought he was doing me a favor by putting me into this college preparatory school, but it happened to be the school where they put all the bad kids, right? And I wasn't even bad, but my dad didn't know that. So there was a time when it was the East Coast versus West Coast, and you had to pick a side because all the big bully kids are like, you either going with the West Coast or the East Coast. I'm gonna whip your ass, and I'm just like, fuck, man, like what kind of shit is that? So, but I was already bumping Bad Boy, so I like all Biggie all day. And Pac is from New York, so technically you still like East Coast.
Yeah, he reps West Coast. But I mean, dude, in the heyday, Bad Boy put out some badass albums, man. You know, like Harlem World, Mace's album is fire. You know, man, Ready to Die,
Shine was in there. Shine is
Life After Death. You know, damn, like what's it? Black Rob's Whoa.
yeah.
You know,
Kim's album was the shit back in the day.
oh yeah.
Everybody was fucking
But
killing
you
it.
can't take, look. Y'all can't take nothing away from Pac. He had Pac and Dre, you know, when
No.
they got together.
I ain't taking that. I fuck with all them too. Like I'm not even
But
trying. Why?
Yeah, I think the Machiavelli album is All Eyes on Me and Machiavelli is his top albums, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't too into Pac in the beginning, or Tupacalypse Now and that, but like when All Eyes on Me came out, man, that was a fire double album, you know. And then Machiavelli came out, every single song on Machiavelli was a dope ass song.
Oh yeah.
what do you mean you weren't into Tupac back in the day?
Well, I mean, it's not into Tupac. I just didn't feel like I didn't feel a lot of his songs. Like Dear Mama, probably out of Tupacalypse Now, is probably like the only song that I really liked out of that album. You know, his Thug Life album was pretty good, but the best album that he put out, like to get him on the map, was All Eyes on Me. Yeah, Digital Underground. Yeah, motherfucker came from a background dancer.
This is Tupac. He brought Digital Underground
Oh
back
yeah.
on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't strictly from. I don't know. I just
That's the best line ever of any rap song. The best.
Don't
line.
you say it, motherfucker! Don't you fucking say it.
Shock G, the one who put the satin on your panties, never knew a hooker that could share me. What? I was like, as soon as that came out, I was like, oh, what? Yeah. I was huge Digital Underground fan anyway. And then when Pac came out, and then Pac and G got together on that one, son, that was a wrap up right there. That song was it.
That's real talk. That song, man, was fucking.
Hey, that's back in the. I had that bitch on single cassette, and I would play it over and over. I'd play that motherfucker, and I'd flip it over to the other side, and I'd play it again. I'd flip that some bitch back over to the other side, and I'd play it again. And then when one side was just instrumental, I'd put my fucking pencil on it, and I'd spin that bitch around to rewind it and stick it in the place.
Oh shit!
Uh-oh. Chris has a
what's
question.
your question?
He's always got some crazy ass questions, and I ain't ready to hear this shit.
Start off with it. What's your question?
See if he can type fast enough with his janky ass internet connection. It's probably gonna take him a while. Anyway,
So here, what is the last show you binged watched?
it would be okay. I'm gonna tell you the last show I binge watched, but there's another one that I just absolutely love. What did he say? Oh yeah, shit. Hey man,
I already asked him about that, Chris. I already asked him about that.
they all got COVID, bro. They had to cancel on me. They couldn't make it. Them bitches got sick. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh fuck it. Nah, the last show I binge watched was Gangs of London. And that shit goes so hard. I love that shit. I love UK films. Like, I'm a UK film dude. One of my favorite UK flicks was damn, I can't even think. It was Layer Cake, right? So I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's with Daniel Craig before he became James Bond. Fucking love it. But the other show that I like is Ozark.
Oh,
That is
I
that
am
is
pissed at Ozark right now. They were supposed to release the last fucking the next part of the last season in fucking April, and that shit still hasn't come out yet. Ozark was badass show. That was a badass show.
I fucking love Ozark. But Gangs of London, if you haven't seen it, it starts off like the way it starts was I was just like, oh shit, it's about to go down, and it was just awesome throughout. It's very very bloody, very gory, very gangster shit. Like it's dope.
Yep.
Jamie said check out Peaky Blinders on Netflix.
Yeah, I started watching it. It's kind of I started kind of getting into it, but I fucks with Peaky Blinders. It's a little old school, you know, and I don't know. I liked it, but I got to get back at it. I'm probably like on the 4th episode of the first season. Like when they slice you up their hat, they have a hat like you, Christian. They put razor blades in that shit, and they're just like hitting people with it. They're just like, oh.
I got that too.
Yeah. So, Vaughn, did you ever watch Viking?
No, I didn't get into Viking.
And then Viking is a badass show to watch, and then The Last Kingdom. Tiger King. Shut the fuck up, Manny. You dumbass. The fucking Tiger King.
Oh shit! You see that?
For everybody that doesn't know, Manny's nickname is Sweet Cakes. That is what he is officially called from now on. Is Sweet Cakes. Manny Sweet Cakes, Wicked Cigar Society.
Y'all can turn the wrong motherfucker now.
So, Vaughn, what's your top 3 favorite movies of all time?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Or 2, sorry. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective 2, When Nature Calls.
And what?
Are you bullshitting or real?
What'd you say?
Are you bullshitting?
No, dude, that's like a childhood movie. I watched that probably 1 million times. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. That it always puts me in a good mood. I can always laugh. I know it word from word. I love that fucking movie.
That's the one where he walks into that guy's room and it's like all those taxidermy. He's like, ah, and he's like, what a great room of death.
He's like, he's like, this is a lovely room of death. He's like, take care now.
Did you say Vaughn?
Say that again.
Did you say 1 or 2?
2. When Nature
So
Calls.
the one where he crawls out of the rhino's ass?
Yes. Yes.
He's like,
Well,
Vaughn.
but yeah, that movie had like the best skits I've ever seen. Like even till this day, like I can't think of a movie that was that funny. You know.
So you're younger. You know, did you ever used to watch In Living Color?
Oh yeah, 100%. Fucking Homie the Clown, Fire Marshal Bill.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, it's fucking lip was all right.
He's like, it's not a good idea.
He was all He was always smoking. He would show his hands are like on fire. He was fucking.
Yeah, look, Jamie Foxx's what was her name, Wanda or whatever.
Yeah, it's always cross-eyed and shit. Dude, Living Color was fucking the best show.
Vaughn, me and you need to get together, and we need to come up with our own cigar reviews that were like Antoine and what was the other dude's name? No, this cigar gets.
Oh yeah.
We get in
there. Clap.
So
it was awesome. Like back in the day when I was younger, like that was the best Super Bowl halftime show ever. When in Living Color did one of their shows during the Super Bowl halftime. That was fucking amazing. Those boys were talking about. Mm-hmm. And I like seeing some tight ends on here. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, that's my favorite position is the tight end. Mm-hmm. Give it up. What the fuck is dumbass?
Fucking loved it. Like
so Ace Ventura. So you got Ace Ventura 2. What were your other two?
Layer Cake, like I just mentioned, all-time favorite. Third, man. You know, like I don't know, man. I'm like a movie guy, so I really love movies. So I have like a lot of favorite ones. I'm just gonna go. I have to have 4, maybe. I can just keep going. Okay, so I'm gonna say Jurassic Park, the first one.
What?
That's a classic.
I'm telling you, it's a classic. I even got my son watching it every morning. He's like, Jurassic Park. I'm like, let's fucking go. We watch this shit. But also James Bond, the newer one with Daniel Craig. He fucking killed it, bro. It was the one. I'm trying to remember which one. It wasn't Solstice or
Casino Royale or Skyfall.
Dude, like they all were just fucking so good, and I've been like waiting for those. That's another one that got pushed back like a whole year, like another Day to Die or whatever the new one's coming out. I'm like chomping at the bits for that one to come out, but you know, I don't know, man. I'm definitely a movie guy, but the ones that stick out is definitely Ace Ventura, Layer Cake, Jurassic Park. You know, like what'd you say?
The Gentleman.
Man, he said Dumb and Dumber. Dumb and Dumber was a Jim Carrey classic movie.
That was fucking money ass movie. Like it was just so funny. It was so like I love movies and shows that are original. You know, nothing that you can kind of expect and like I seen kind of this same kind of plot to it, like whatever. Like I want some shit where it's like I have no idea what's gonna happen, whether it's funny, you know, action, whatever. You know, and I get that from all of those older movies because nowadays I feel like people are just remixing them and just slapping some new shit on it. Like,
did you ever get Adam Sandler kick back in the day, Vaughn? Because Adam Sandler back in the day was like my favorite fucking comedian actor.
Billy Madison.
Yep.
Happy Gilmore. Waterboy. The fucking the damn that and that motherfucker was.
Think about it. They're like original, but they're like original movies. Like there was nothing like it before they came out. That's why it made it so good, and like they just killed it. But yeah, Waterboy easily. You know, like my mom said to Google Magada, like with the alligator. Oh, it's fucking money, bro.
Your mama is wrong, sir.
No, you're wrong, Colonel Sanders.
Nick, what are your top 3?
When he got his ass kicked by Bob Barker, you can't beat that shit. Nope. You could not.
The price is wrong, bitch. Nick, what are your top 3?
I'm kind of like Vaughn. You know, I'm a movie freak. I love movies. I love watching movies. That's like one of my favorite things to do besides smoke cigars is sit down and watch movies. So if you're gonna go top 3, you got to go like give me a category for top 3, like top 3 comedy, top 3 action. Saving.
No, just what is your top 3 like go to? It can be any category. Like Like just the top three. Like you can put it on anytime and you can watch it.
Point Break is my number all-time favorite movie. I
Fucking
can watch.
awesome.
Old or new?
I'm not talking about the new bullshit Point Break. I'm talking about Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Yep. Patrick Reeves, Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze. And Justina will get mad as fuck because I will turn that movie on 20 minutes into the movie, an hour and a half into the movie, and sit there and watch it. She'll be like, Nick, you watched that movie 3 times this week, and you're sitting there watching it like it's the first time you've seen it. I'm like, because this motherfucker is badass. That movie came out when I was like 13 years old, I think. And through that movie, I was like, I'm going to learn to skydive and I'm going to learn to surf. I've been skydiving. I can skydive. I've yet to learn how to surf. But I will do that before I die just because of the movie Point Break. Like, that bitch is badass.
The movie is fucking hard.
Had gay-ass movies like Dirty Dancing and, stupid shit like that. But Point Break and then what was the what?
Roadhouse.
That's it. That's Roadhouse. That was a bad motherfucker too. Be nice. If they keep pushing, you be nice. You be nice till you can't be nice anymore. And that's like, I'm like, damn, dude. This motherfucker took his 3 fingers and ripped a dude's throat out. Somebody's gonna fuck around, and I'm gonna take these 3 fingers and I'm gonna rip your throat out and then I'm gonna throw it down like dropping the mic and be like, Patrick Swayze, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But that's a good one. And then like when you get into comedy movies, of course, Dumb and Dumber and Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, 3 favorites. And then 2, I really, really like. What was it? The Steve Martin, the one where he finds his special purpose. I just drew a blank, and he's got the dog called Shithead. That was a funny ass fucking movie too. Somebody help me out.
The Jerk.
The Jerk. That's it. Yeah, that was a fucking awesome ass. That's one of my brother's favorite movies. But yeah, we used to watch Dumb and Dumber so much that when we go on family vacations and shit, we'd all, back in the day, we'd all caravan and we'd caravan up, meet my cousins and stuff and go around. Me and my brother and my cousins would sit in the van, sing, mock, yeah, ing, yeah, bird, yeah, yeah, yeah. We do that until my mom or my dad or my aunt would be like, shut the fuck up. They'd be like driving down the street, like just.
And then you're just like,
ripping.
ah!
You ever heard the most annoying sound in the world? I'm gonna pull this car over and fucking kill every one of you kids. That was my family vacation.
Yo, I know. I watched that movie 1,000 times, dude. It's so good. What's your third one?
3.
That was his third. My top 3 is No Country for Old Men.
That's a good movie. That fucking movie is fucking crazy.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Awesome movie.
Snatch.
Awesome movie.
Snatch is a fucking amazing ass movie, dude. And
so those are my
2 Smoking Barrels or whatever. That shit was money too.
That's a badass movie too. Anything Guy Ritchie, his gangster movies, his British gangster movies are badass. But when he gets into like trying to do historical shit, or when he was married to Madonna or whatever, no, not so much. Now, if you had to throw a comedy out there, Life would be my top comedy.
That was a good one too.
Life was just filled up with comedians, man. Fucking Bernie Mac, all them fools, Martin Lawrence.
I'll be that baby daddy.
Yeah.
Jingling, jingling.
That movie was awesome.
But
The Gentleman too. I think I heard you say something like that.
Yeah, The Gentleman.
With Matthew McConaughey, right? That movie was fucking dope. I was like, yo. And it was a sleeper. Like, I think I may have seen it, like a commercial or something. I was like, eh. And then my girl's mom was like, you gotta watch The Gentleman. And I watched it. I was like, this is fucking, it's easily one of my favorite go-tos now.
Yeah, Rock and Rolla was a good one too.
I'll tell you one was Vaughn, like you said, one of the movies that you didn't see some shit coming. Fucking Fight Club, dude. Fight Club flipped that bitch on
Absolutely.
you, and you're like, what the
Fight
fuck?
Club's in my top 5.
Dude.
And it's like, what's the Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis? That was another one where you're just like, you're watching the whole movie, and then all of a sudden you're like, what?
He was dead the whole time? What the fuck? Like,
Yes.
Then you gotta go. Like, I like those movies like Fight Club and Sixth Sense where you watch it and you gotta fucking start it over and watch it again, and you're like, ha.
Yeah.
Like, lose the whole time and I missed it. Yeah, those are some dope ass movies too.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
I mean, the only one for M Night Shyamalan that I like is fucking
The
Signs.
Happy.
Signs. Signs was dope. All of his other ones are fucking trash. I was like, man, these fucking movies
You'll get
suck.
M Night Shyamalan movies. You'll be watching it and you'll be like, ooh, this is kind of good. And
Yeah.
then like the end, like what the fuck? Like The Village, that was shit. The Woman in the Water or whatever the fuck it was called. You're like the whole movie. Like I'm sitting there, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of fucked up. Like this dude's like halfway's body built and halfway's not, you know. And then you go through the end of it, and you're like, what? Man, I just wasted hours of my motherfucking life
The
watching
endings
this.
were always fucked up. He could not end for the life of him. I'm like, dude,
No.
like he wasted all his time.
He was like that guy. He's like the guy who during sex, like foreplay and everything, it's like really, really good, and then it's like, and then it's over with. You know, that's it. He just
He makes the
failed.
O face. The O face.
Yeah, his O face. You know, like you're looking for a sexy O face, and he's this, like, and like it's just you just. No, like that's Night Shyamalan in his life right there because your movie.
God. Okay.
That reminds me of another comedy that's a fucking amazing comedy, Office Space.
That fucking
Yeah.
movie was so dope. Especially when they started beating the printer, like they play that rap music, like beat that motherfucker. Like that shit was
Damn.
so
Gangster doing that shit. Yeah. That was we were talking about that the other day at work because I was talking about some machine that we keep having faults with, and this dude was like, I'd like to fucking just run over that motherfucker and do this. I said, no, I'd like to teach that bitch like Office Space. We carry it out and throw it in the trunk of the car driving down the street and beat the fuck out of it with baseball bat.
oh shit.
Well, cool, man. I think that's a good show today.
Hey, well, thank you guys for having me, man. I really appreciate it. And I'm sure we're gonna be herfing in the future. You know.
Oh yeah.
This was super cool. Super appreciative of the opportunity. So thank you.
Yeah, remember everybody, all our followers, check out our Patreon page. If you go to patreon.com/Super Stogie Bros, kick us out a little help us kind of get this show going, keep the costs down on our overhead. Maybe we'll start doing some swag and stuff to start selling to help do that. But you can get access to next week's Super Stogie Bros Herf with Vaughn through our Patreon page. You can get onto our Herf and ask your own questions to Vaughn, talk about the club, talk about all the stuff. We'll probably have a lot more information about our raffle and anything else that we talked about. We can talk about movies all fucking night next week.
Yeah.
So go check out our Patreon page. Help us out a little bit. As little as $5 a month can help us make this show as great as possible and bring on some great guests like Vaughn. So make sure you check that out. Vaughn, thank you again for coming out and doing the show with us. Pitch your site and your Instagram again and some of the stuff that you're pushing out there and tell people how to get it.
Yep. Instagram, Glasses and Ashes, all spelled out, one word. Hit me up at glassesandashes.com. Check out the website. Fuck with your boy. That's pretty much all I got going. I got a YouTube, but I'm hardly active on there as of now. But other than that, heavy on Instagram. DM me for the video stuff. or just holler at me if you're interested in some swag, some shirts that will be coming out soon, and I'll see you guys then.
Cool, man. Well,
So
that's
everybody that's watching. So we'll give you we've never done this before, but we'll give you a preview. So our guest on the next show is going to be Hunter from Sir Louis himself. In 2 weeks from tonight, we will have Hunter from Sir Louis on the show. He is our guest for the next podcast. Like we said, make sure to hit us up to be on the Herf with Vaughn next Thursday, where everybody can dig in and ask Vaughn their own questions, and we can all join in on making fun of him about his Sprinter van adventures. So thank you very much, Vaughn. It's been a pleasure, and we will be herfing with you probably plenty of times before then.
Yeah,
absolutely. Thanks, guys.
And stay on Vaughn until afterwards, and we'll have a little post show.
All right, sounds good.
All right, guys. We're the Super Stogie Bros. This is Christian.
I'm Nick. We'll
And
see you
we're
guys
out.
next.
Nintendo! Woohoo! Yes, all right, let's go! We